Hey folks, it's bee extraction week. We're out here at the hives. We're getting the hives ready tonight for this weekend's extraction. This video is going to be a start to finish, cover to cover extraction process for us. We did do a little bit of work last week and there's a video on that I'll link below that's already posted. The week of, this is a start to finish thing. Tonight is Thursday. We are out here putting porter bee escapes on our inner covers, and there's a process to that we'll explain as we do it. Like I said, it's Thursday, and then Sunday morning we're coming out to grab the supers with the frames of honey that we're going to be extracting from and doing that, and then we'll be bottling, so that's what this video will cover.
So I'm just clearing extra wax from this hole that's naturally in an inner cover. You got the hole here for bees to go back and forth through, and you got this notch, and you can place this notch certain ways depending on the season and what you want to use it for. Here's the bee escape. This is a porter bee escape. You can see this hole on one side, and on the other side you don't see much except for where the bees escape on either end. And inside there's kind of a fancy contraption in there that allows the bees to go out but not in, so it's like a one-way door. So the idea is that it fits here ideally, and that's what I was afraid of. Let's see.
All right, after a little bit of filing and modification, we got it on. Colette's pinning it down. So we lifted these two boxes off, these two supers, they look great. This one, there's still a lot of frames that are uncapped, so we're gonna go ahead and leave this one. Colette's scraping the burr comb off the top here. We'll put the bee escape with the board there, and then we'll put these two back on top of that, and then this hive will be done. So we have hive one complete. We have the two supers here that we're planning on harvesting. The inner cover we moved down here. We put the bee escape on that, like you saw. This is on the bottom, so they can still go in and go down, but they can't go in and go up. So there will theoretically be no or very few bees up here when we come Sunday to pull these supers to harvest. Hive 2 is done. This is the one that was on top that we're saving for the bees. This one is capped honey that we're gonna harvest. And so we did the whole thing here, the same as we did the first. We're gonna rinse and repeat for the third and the fourth. And so I don't feel like we need to show the whole process, but that's what we're getting done today. If you're wondering why Colette's all suited up for this and I'm just in my regular clothes with some gloves on, neither of us really fear the bees. They're very peaceful little creatures, but in the event that they do sting us, she's actually very allergic. She has an EpiPen and everything, so she has to wear the suit the whole time, and I don't. That's why she's always suited up, and I rarely am. All right, we're all finished putting the bee escapes on our 4 hives. They're the porter bee escapes, and we've never used these before, so we're excited to see how they work, if it's something we're gonna do going forward in future harvests or not. But we ended up tonight with 6 supers that we're gonna come back out for in 2 days that we're gonna harvest. That's about 60 frames, and if you saw the video that I did about the week before this, the last video, we were sure we were going to get 4 and we were hoping for 5, so the fact that we're going to have 6 supers to harvest, that's awesome. They really did a lot of good work this week getting ready for us to harvest their honey. So we'll be back out in a couple days to pull the supers and start extracting. All right, it's Sunday. We're back out to collect the supers and extract the honey. So let's go see how those bee escapes did for us. All right, so for box 1, there's a couple bees in here, but not many. So I guess the bee escape worked pretty well. I tell you what, I feel sorry for Colette having to wear that bee suit the whole time. It's triple digits again for like the 3rd day in a row. It's a high of like 103 today. It's brutal out here without a bee suit, but she's got to be suffering. So we've had a couple of these supers where a lot of the frames were capped. Some of them are not so capped. So we're taking the frames that are capped, replacing them with new frames for them, and then leaving these ones for them to finish as well. Okay, we're all done pulling frames. We ended up actually with 4.5 boxes, which is 45 frames that we're gonna extract. Gonna finish up some work here, put some new frames to replace some of the ones we've taken, rearrange a little bit, and then get to the extraction process. All right, we got the honey supers. The frames we're extracting back to our extraction area. I've changed into something a little bit more weather appropriate because it's so hot. Colette's going to work on decapping the frames. I'm going to start spinning in the extractor, so we'll get started on that. So we just have to do that to both sides of the frame for all 45 frames. But when she gets 3 done, so 6 sides, we'll put it in the extractor and we can start spinning to extract the honey. So the frames will go in here. You spin it here, obviously. It will extract the honey, comes out the honey gate here, into the mesh filter, into the bucket. And that's the first process. So we get the raw honey just filtered with the mesh filter into the bucket. Okay, the first 3 frames are done on both sides and it's starting to come out. Getting the system going. Alright, so I've been setting a timer for 2 minutes, spinning, and then flipping the sides over, and 2 minutes again. So it's about 4 minutes for 3 frames to get completely extracted. And we have 15 down, so we're about 1/3 of the way there, and we'll keep going. You may be wondering why we are spinning this manually instead of having an electric extractor. And the simple answer is because when we started, we bought what we could afford. But we do sell this honey. We put the money back into the bees. So hopefully in the future, we'll be getting an electric extractor and we won't be sitting here spinning the frames all day long. 36 frames down, 9 more to go. Colette's switching out the 5-gallon bucket. We filled up 2, going on our 3rd 5-gallon bucket, but we see the end in sight.
That's 16.
16? Colette was just checking the water content. It's at 16%, which is at a good range for honey, so we're happy with that. All right, 4.5 hours later, we've uncapped all the frames, extracted all the honey. We have 10 gallons here sealed off in 2 5-gallon buckets. The rest of it's still draining. We're gonna get close to another 5-gallon bucket, so probably just under 15 gallons of honey. We're tired. It's hot. So the next step is bottling, which we'll be doing over the next few days, so follow us along with that.